Get your popcorn ready, get the hot dogs ready, get your pizza ready. Get comfortable because it's going to be a show.
Cowboys fans, come at me.
Great. Come here, son. Let me tell you something.
Can't you guys just sort the damn thing out? Like, why is there always drama?
Well, I have no hair, but I definitely wouldn't have any.
We love to see it.
Bro, what are you doing, man? Like, I had your back.
I mean, if anybody wants their lottery numbers.
Come on, Derek Carr, don't do that to me.
My mittens cannot get that cold.
Hot take alert! We're going to have a little bit of an argument.
Yeah.
Andre.
Someone get me a pillow. I'm scared.
I could be more controversial if we want to.
Right, let's do it. Hello and welcome to the Hurry Up on DAZN. It is NFL Week 4. I'm joined by my homies, pals, amigos, Ash and George as per usual. How are you guys?
Very well, thank you. Week 3 in the books. And things are looking rather juicy.
A real good week 3 as well. Some crazy results. This is why I love the NFL, man. Just when you think things are going to go one way, they do a 360 and go the other way. And on that note, all of our teams got the
That's
bag.
right.
Secured
We're
the W.
winners.
Yeah,
We are all,
We're
we for the sake of recording, we can't stand up if your team has won or celebrate with champagne because the cups are too far away for me to use. But we all celebrating for winning. And the Giants won a game.
I think I was very surprised. And I remember dropping you a message and just being like, what's going on with your team?
Yeah. You
But
got to
no.
give Daniel with flowers, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
he showed up and got that W.
Yeah.
As for our team, the Colts, it was an ugly win. But I don't care. I actually do not care. We took down Caleb Williams. They were coming in wanting to run the ball on us, and they didn't do that. We got the W. That's all that matters. On to the next one.
I'm very happy that you took down Caleb Williams and the Bears. As a Packer fan, I thank you. And
We
the
did it
Colts.
for you. We did it
Yeah,
for you.
thank you.
We did it for you.
Well, we had one hell of an exciting NFL Week 3. It was amazing. You know, obviously we was on our little group chat. Like all you could see is like shocked emojis all the time. It was so exciting. But let's look at some of the news. George, I'm going to come to you for a reason. Now, Christian McCaffrey has gone to see a specialist in Germany, which makes me think that the injury is a little bit more serious than planned. So, sir, do you take back your hot take that was on NFL Week 1 that they're going to run away with the whole thing?
I think so. My hot take was they were going to get back to the Super Bowl because they looked really good. But when you lose Deebo Samuel and now George Kittle, albeit temporarily, but your main man in Christian McCaffrey, who you just said is now senior specialist in Germany, number one, that rings alarm bells because initially he wasn't supposed to be out for this long. You know, they said it was kind of day to day and he may be back at this week or that week. Now he's going to Germany to see a specialist, which tells me this is a long-term problem. Yeah. They have Jordan Mason. He's a great running back. He's got it done multiple times this season already. My only concern is if this is going to be a much longer injury for Christian McCaffrey, you have to now game plan completely different because you don't have that available to you. So do I think they can still make it to the Super Bowl? Debatable. I'm not so confident. I'm not so confident because I know it's not about the one man, but Christian McCaffrey is... Likewise, Deebo, they are everything to their teams. So if he's not going to be back for a long part of this season, bearing in mind what we just saw against the Rams in a crazy, crazy game, I think they could be in a bit of trouble for sure. I mean, they've still got a great defense, but yeah, Christian McCaffrey is everything to them.
I mean, I wouldn't worry as much if I was a 49ers fan because
you wouldn't.
See, when they get all the Avengers together,
but
the
when
end of the regular season, they make a nice run, they get into the playoffs, and then they'll be well rested.
Yeah,
but
potentially.
They're not used to being in this territory where
is
they're the same record as the Giants at the moment. So I'm just going to put that out there. That's all. Okay, for those who are heavy on social media like we are, there's a saying, life comes at you fast. Why does that apply to CJ Stroud?
In a big way, actually. So you would have seen the game between the Texans and the Bears earlier on this season where CJ Stroud and the Texans took down Caleb Williams and the Bears. And at the end of the game, CJ Stroud wanted to give some advice to Caleb Williams, except Caleb Williams didn't want to hear none of it. He was busy trying to scramble off. CJ Stroud had to grab him by his pads and be like, bro, I'm trying to help you out here. Listen to what I'm saying. And Caleb Williams kind of like nodded and walked off. But if you fast forward, the Texans took on the Vikings, CJ Stroud versus Sam Darnold. And obviously the Vikings are doing it big right now. And at the end of this game, the roles had reversed. And it's Sam Darnold who's trying to give advice to CJ Stroud. You know, life comes at you very fast. 1 minute you're at the top. Next minute, you're taking that L and you're getting advice from the next man up. But it's the NFL on any given Sunday. Anything can happen at any given time.
It was the eagle eye of some people on social media.
It was great.
Who put them side by side.
Screen.
It
It was just like,
It was great.
Come here, son. Let me tell you something.
It was great. You got to love the NFL, man. Honestly, you never know what is going to happen.
Always be humbled because something will humble you.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Let's get on to the Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, talking of the humbling. They were very much humbled in the first half. I thought it was going to be a rout, but obviously they made a little comeback. But there's always drama with the Dallas Cowboys.
Always drama. Guys, I will solidify and be on this. I think Mike McCarthy is definitely one of the top head coaches on the hot seat. 100%. And I know, and hey, Cowboys fans, come at me. I really don't mind. Drop into my DMs. I quite enjoy watching America's team lose. Giants fans, Eagles fans, you're going to agree with me on this one. Washington as well. But yeah, this Cowboys team, I think every offseason gets so much hype. The fans are always there for the hype. And history repeats itself every season. And I quite enjoy it. It wouldn't be the NFL without it. But yeah, this Cowboys team, it's very shaky. Nothing seems to be really working for the full 4 quarters of a game and everything. And at the end of the day, whose head does that lie on? Yeah. Mike McCarthy.
It's just strange because in an off season where you said the drama that got paid, CeeDee Lamb got paid, you're expecting to see fireworks, right?
Yeah.
They're sitting at the bottom of that division right now. At the bottom, I believe, at 1 and 2. What on earth is happening with Jerry Jones and the Cowboys, America's team, supposedly America's team?
Yeah.
There's always drama in Dallas. Always drama.
Yeah.
Can't you guys just sort the damn thing out? Like, why is there always drama? To be a Cowboys fan, like, what?
But nobody
Why?
takes responsibility, I feel, in Dallas either. Somebody is always pieing it off to someone else, and somebody needs to put their hands up and just take responsibility. Otherwise, these Cowboys fans are going to have the same thing for another 30 years.
Yeah, you saw CeeDee Lamb on the sideline who was, not happy.
Yep.
And then they're asking Dak Prescott questions in the presser about what's going on. And he goes, I don't know. We just don't have the relationship. We don't have the chemistry. I mean, bro, we just paid you a bag of money. Is that what really needs to be coming out in the media? Like,
Yeah.
you got to run it.
If I give you that amount of money, forge chemistry, make it happen.
It's a bad time for these Cowboys fans right now.
Not to pile on the Dallas Cowboys, because obviously they're in our division, but I liken them off camera to the Kardashians because it's a show. It's a constant show. You gave your quarterback the new deal. I swear it was like a few hours before the game started.
It was close.
It was close.
So it's like it's constant nonsense again and again. You got people being on podcasts automatically, like the owner Jerry Jones on podcast straight away after the game. He's doing a press conference before McCarthy even does anything. So it's just like what if I was a Dallas Cowboys fan, I don't know if I'd be able to. Well, I have no hair, but I definitely wouldn't have any.
They're going through the ringer, man.
Yeah.
Poor guys.
But there definitely comes a point where Cowboys fans are going to lean more on the anger side rather than just frustration and annoyance. I mean, save us chatting about it for another hour. Something's got to change.
Oh, don't worry. We'll be talking about them next week again. I'm very, very sure. We're going to go to catch of the week. There's been some amazing catches last weekend. Now, I'm going to put forward DK Metcalf. I think that was amazing, his catch in his game. What do you put forward?
Well, just on that one as well, he mossed the guy. It's a credit to Gino because no one really talks about the Seahawks, and we'll come to them at some point, but no one really talks about the Seahawks. But that play in particular was a highlight for sure. For me, it's Malik Neighbors, man. I mean, when you talk about putting the team on my back, the Giants who need that, they need someone to bring the energy because it's clearly not Daniel Jones, although I will say he had a good game. They got the W. But Malik Neighbors, 2 touchdowns, but that one in the end zone in particular just goes to show that he is worthy of the hype. All the offseason hype, he is worthy of that number 1 wide receiver position. And he balled out for sure, man. Great catch.
Another catch that I'll happily throw into the mix then, because we all love a cheeky little 3-finger catch. What about Dallas got up? Philadelphia Eagles. And I know we said this before we hit record as well, but hey, if it's less than 4 fingers when you're catching the ball, that's always got to be. That's always got to be in catch of the week. We love to see it.
Okay, let's look back at NFL Week 3. Ash, the Jets beat the Patriots.
They did. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Jets fans super happy. And as always, even though it's just week 3, they believe that Aaron Rodgers can take them to the Super Bowl with that dominating win.
I was impressed, I got to say. I mean, I'm still not down with the Super Bowl hype for the Jets, but I was impressed with Aaron Rodgers. He looked like Aaron Rodgers 2.0. The passes were clean and zippy.
Yeah.
As I'm saying with celebration in my voice, the Giants beat the Browns. First victory of the season.
Do you know what? Credit to the Giants for sure, but the Browns are in some damn trouble because they do not look like the Browns. They can't play. They got no quarterback. Deshaun Watson is not doing them right now, and their defense is crumbling at the seams. Credit to the Giants because they got it done, but the Browns are in some damn serious trouble.
Danny Dimes lead the Giants to a win.
Apologies are loading soon, but not just yet. Need to see more of that. Let's move on to George's Colts beating the Bears.
You know what, George? Your Colts team did us proud, beating Caleb Williams. Colts had a bit of a turnaround game. Love to see it.
I'll add that I'm happy that the defense didn't give up over 200 rushing yards after that disgrace of our first 2 weeks. And it was an ugly win, but hey, who cares? All you want is the W. We did it proud. We beat Caleb Williams. We move on to Pittsburgh Steelers.
As we mentioned before, in Life Comes at You Fast, there's Vikings schooled the Texans.
The Vikings are for real. Put some respect on everything they're doing. Brian Flores is absolutely leading that defense, and they are taking over games. But credit to Sam Darnold. The guy is balling out his mind.
I'm going to go back to my week 1 hot take super quickly. I said that Sam Darnold would lead the Vikings to the playoffs. I mean, if anybody wants their lottery numbers, come see me.
It was a great pick because right now they're looking good.
Yeah.
Okay, in a close game, the Eagles just beat the Saints.
Saquon Barkley is helping this team. 100% helping this team. Without Saquon Barkley on the team, I think the Saints would have nabbed that.
Isn't it strange how after I apologized publicly to the world about Derek Carr, my take on Derek Carr, he just goes out there and puts up a dud and just makes me look silly. Bro, what are you doing, man? Like, I had your back and you throw it in my face like that.
Yeah.
Nah, man. I mean, credit to the Eagles, but come on, Derek Carr, don't do that to me.
The Steelers win over the Chargers.
This Steelers team, I think we're seeing a playoff team here already, 100%. But, I mean, the Steelers team dominating. What's left to say? Mike Tomlin, doing great.
I'm impressed with the Chargers so far, but I'm shocked at how well this Steelers team just gets things done.
Yeah.
The defense is lights out. Mike Tomlin just knows how to win. And bearing in mind, we thought this was going to be a Russell Wilson game. This is Justin Fields at the helm. And they continue to get the win week in, week out.
Yeah.
Well, I have a complaint against Baker Mayfield. You made me apologize, and now I am going to take it back because the Broncos got their first victory, sound victory, against the Buccaneers.
Bo Nix, I think him and Sean Payton are a great match. They have their guy. He had a great game, poised, calculated. He looks to me like he's been there full season already. Full credit to them.
Yeah, this Buccaneers team let me down in fantasy points. Mike Evans, looking at you. But whatever they're feeding Bo Nix last week, I think I need it in my diet because he just suddenly appeared and joined the party.
Malik Willis got his revenge on the Titans. He said he didn't care, but it was a sound victory and a sound performance.
Malik Willis had the best game of his NFL career. Oh my days. What is there to say? Obviously, I'm biased. I'm a Packers fan. But this Packers team is doing something special. Offense, Malik Willis. The defense, special teams, everything seems to just be sitting right with us. And I'm happy with it. But Jordan Love will be back soon.
The Titans are 0-3. They are 0-3. Will Levis is making some crazy decisions out there. It's not looking good. It is not. I know it's a rebuild, but there's nothing to show. What are the Titans? What are their identity? I don't know.
8 sacks in that game as well.
Awful.
8 sacks on Will Levis.
Hey, if he ain't careful, he might find himself getting benched.
Don't call it a comeback. Andy Dalton comes to rule against the Raiders.
This game was incredible. You bench your first round pick in Bryce Young. You put in the red rifle, the veteran Andy Dalton, and he goes out there and absolutely balls. All they did was swap the quarterback, no other change. What does that tell you? You tell me. What does that tell you? I mean, he's balling, and these guys are looking good right now. And their next game is against the Bengals, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
I mean, it tells me that the problem there is with Bryce Young.
Yeah.
So the Seahawks keep it rolling against the Dolphins.
I'm going to agree with something that George said earlier. I don't think we've given enough love and chat to this Seahawks team and Geno Smith. They still are floating under the radar for me, but they're quietly getting the job done. And so hopefully they do something kind of phenomenal out there, that we can kind of have a whole chat, like 10-minute segment about them. It is coming.
I think this game was already a write-off. The moment you don't have Tua and you have your backup quarterback in, you're not going to get much out of Waddle, Tyreek Hill, either of the running backs. So it's a bit of a shame for the Dolphins. But I'm going to shout out Aiden Durd, UK guy, running that defense in Seattle. He's doing a great job. The Seahawks are 3-0. I mean, I didn't predict it. I don't know if you guys predicted this either. So shout out to the Seahawks and Geno Smith. They're getting it done.
Just quickly, shouldn't Mike McDaniels be getting some type of heat? Because, it's not looking like it's going well this season.
I think Mike McDaniel should do. I don't think he's necessarily on the hot seat per se, but I do think there is a lot to say that obviously their QB Tua isn't there, and that does prove a lot.
True.
But yeah, Dolphins can't get it done.
The Lions get back to winning ways against the Cardinals.
I wasn't too impressed with the game itself. It was a bit meh, but at the end of the day, all that matters is to get the W, right? The Lions are back in winning form. Great performance by the running backs in particular. The Cardinals, I expected more. Wasn't so great for Marvin Harrison Jr., but you keep it moving, I suppose.
All right, we touched on this earlier on. The Ravens came and dictated the first half, at least, against the Cowboys.
This Ravens team, and this Cowboys team, actually, somebody was going to have to lose. Somebody was going to get the win. I think, obviously, the Ravens woke up on the right side of the bed, and they came in and they conquered. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry got the job done.
Okay, let's go to the Rams, who ruined my lock of the week yet again. So I remain 0-3 in predictions against the 49ers. It was a shock victory to me.
Yep.
What do you think, George?
I think if anyone knows how to come back in a game where you're being battered, it's Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford, right? Against the 49ers, both teams who are missing key pieces. No Christian McCaffrey, no Deebo Samuel, no George Kittle, no Puka Nacua, no Cooper Kupp. Yet the Rams find a way to claw it back and win the game. Kyron Williams, what a baller. 3 touchdowns alone, a product of Notre Dame. Shout out Notre Dame. Stafford in that team, they keep it rolling. He is war-tested.
If you haven't watched it already, go online and watch Sean McVay's press conference, just like the first 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I can't repeat what he said. It'll just be all blurred out words. But yeah, this meant a lot for the Rams. And I definitely think for this 49ers team, we are seeing cracks galore in both their offense and defense game plans.
The Bills get their revenge after the London games against the Jags, beat them down 47-10.
I wrote this Bills team off before the season started, and Josh Allen has made me eat my own words. But I want to just quickly mention this 0-3 Jaguars team. In Trevor Lawrence's own words, we suck on offense. Oh. And yes, they do. The Bills dominated. Absolutely dominated.
Music to my ears to hear that from Trevor. I appreciate you, bro. Fellow AFC Souther, I mean, that division right now has 2 teams at 0-3, and the Jags are one of them. What on earth is going on? But the Bills, man, this is what happens when you, in this case, you get rid of Stephon Diggs, who was considered the number 1 guy, but now the Bills are forced to utilize their entire squad. Not only their offense, but their defense are showing up too. Without their main man, Matt Milano, by the way, who's out for the season. I love everything the Bills are doing. 3-0, undefeated. Can they go all the way? They'll definitely be up there.
Quick shout out as well to James Cook. That man was cooking.
Yeah, he's a baller.
He was cooking.
How long have you waited to use that?
You've been whipping that one up, innit?
He was cooking a little 5-course meal.
Right, the Commanders beat down the Bengals. It is officially time to panic if you are a Bengals fan.
Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. The Bengals are 0-3. The Bengals are 0-3. Let me repeat that one more time. The Bengals are 0-3 at the bottom of their division with a fully healthy Joe. But what is going on, right? Let's park the Bengals for a moment. Jaden Daniels, man, I'm going to give you your flowers because this guy's got it all. He can run the ball, he can throw the ball, dime passes to his receivers. He looks like he has all the knowledge of the game. He's very well suited to Dan Quinn in this offense. I love what they're doing there in Washington for sure.
Hats off to Jaden Daniels. Guys, this Washington Commanders team is the only team in the Super Bowl era to go back-to-back games with no turnovers and no punts. Something magical is happening in Washington. And if I'm a Commanders fan right now, things are looking bright.
And whilst we're talking about the Bengals and the Commanders game, Cam Taylor-Britt for the Bengals, you know where I'm going with this. You were out here dissing the Commanders. You were dissing Jaden Daniels. You had to say that they were just a college team and easy plays. Bro whooped your ass. Bro took you guys to the cleaners. The Commanders own you guys. I think you better be eating them words right now, man, because that performance was... I mean, the thing is, the Bengals made some plays. Jamar Chase, he was there. They made plays. They did. They showed up, but the Commanders showed up even more and went a level above.
Yeah.
I'm just so concerned. I'm genuinely so concerned about the Bengals. I don't understand what's happening. They've got a decent run game. They lost Joe Mixon, but they've got a decent run game. They've still got their receivers. T. Higgins came back too. Why can they not win games? What's wrong?
It's the red zone.
Not efficient in the red zone.
Yeah, that's literally it.
It's bad. It's real bad.
Bengals, hire me. Hire me as a coach. This is your issue.
Yeah, get
Is it
the
too
Ash
early
package in.
for the Chicago Bears fans to be punching the air because obviously they picked Caleb Williams over Jaden Daniels?
I mean, I always say the draft is a lottery, man. It does. You might pick a guy number one. It doesn't always work out. You know, we've seen that many times before, but that's a whole separate conversation. With
We could do a whole show
That's
about
a whole
that.
separate conversation.
Whole
but
show.
I just legit think there's some serious concern for the Bengals right now, man. Where do you turn next? You ain't making the playoffs. It's done. It's a wrap. Season's done before it's even started.
Right, let's go to the Chiefs' controversial win over the Falcons.
I'm going to give a bit of love to the Falcons here. They put up a stonkingly good fight against this Chiefs team. Guys, we can go tit for tat. We can argue till the cows come home. Did the refs help the Chiefs win? Was it pass interference? At the end of the day, we can't go back and turn the clocks back, can we? But this Falcons team, yeah, they put up a fight. Unfortunately, the Chiefs still went away with the dub. And I mean, obviously, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, they just always seem to get the job done. But I will say this, the Chiefs aren't blowing me out of the water right now. They're not doing anything astonishingly amazing. I just think at the end of the day, they're a bit lucky with their wins.
Ash, let me answer the question for you. It was pass interference. There should have been a flag on that play all day long. If you haven't got your head turned around and you're making contact before the receiver gets a chance to catch the ball, it's a flag. Throw the damn flag. What are we doing? Are we not doing it because it's the Chiefs? Throw the damn flag. I mean, yeah, that game was tough to watch. The Chiefs aren't at their best, but how many times have we said that and ends up with the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl? So let's calm down on that front. They know how to win. You have Andy Reid and you have Patrick Mahomes. Yes, I'm gonna say you have Travis Kelce. But on the talk of Travis Kelce,
Hot take alert!
wow. Oh, damn. Okay. All right.
This is going to be good. I want to see this.
Grade 8 singing, eat your heart out, guys. Team, Chiefs fans, Swifties, come in a little bit. Guys, my hot take.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
I feel like I need to hide behind the sofa.
Are we ready?
Someone get me a pillow. I'm scared.
No, where's the tea?
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Travis Kelce
Oh.
will retire at the end of the 2024 season. I appreciate we're only week 3 in.
Right.
Travis Kelce is not putting up the numbers and the stats that he's done in previous years. And I appreciate that Travis Kelce, in the past, he goes, 3-4 games, super high numbers, couple of touchdowns, and then he has a game or two where he becomes the tight end, where he's all about blocking and somebody else on the team gets the job done. Travis Kelce this season does not look like the Travis Kelce of old. I'm saying it right now. He's going to retire at the end of this season. But he's had a great run. He's had an astonishing NFL career. End on a bit of a high note. End on a high.
I read that as you saying that Travis Kelce is washed.
No, so this is where we're gonna have a little bit of an argument
Yeah.
here.
Oh.
Andre.
Let's do
First name basis.
Wow. Wow, my government.
Imagine, nobody knows my name. There is a difference between being, I'm not saying he's washed up, like there is a difference.
Right.
But all I am saying is that Travis Kelce is just another year older from when we saw him last year.
Right.
Clearly. But to put up such limited numbers, I mean, 2 weeks ago, I think he got 1 reception for 5 yards. Right. Like, it's not the Travis Kelce that we know. And hey, there does come a point where players have to retire and call it a day. And I am saying, I think this is the season that Travis Kelce hangs up his cleats.
I just think sometimes it depends on game plan, the scheme. A lot of teams will scheme for Kelce, therefore they'll go other ways. He's 34 years old now at the tight end position. You know, he's had his share of success, won the Super Bowl rings. I don't think he's washed personally. I just think, obviously, he's not at that same level of his ability anymore, and that's natural. It comes with the sport. Yeah. But don't be surprised. This is Travis Kelce, and this is the Kansas City Chiefs. Just as we've said this, I guarantee you next week or in one of the week 4, week 5, he goes off and
Oh,
reminds
100%.
people it's going to happen. It's just like Kelce.
Everything I say,
Yeah.
the opposite seems to be happening. So of course it's going to happen, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But it also would not surprise me for him to retire at the end of the season rather than try and power through for another 4 or 5 seasons. I mean, what's the point? Yeah.
I don't think I personally don't think he's washed. I know you're dancing around it, kind of saying it, but I think that the Chiefs have got so many weapons. They don't need to keep on going to him all the time.
No, Rasheed Rice, hello.
You got Rasheed Rice. You got obviously Pacheco when he's fit.
Worthy.
Now they've got a new
Xavier Worthy.
Yeah. Oh, come on, like they've got so many weapons. They don't need to keep on going back to that well. I think that he's a veteran. He knows to coast along through the season and then come.
Yeah, they'll be managing his playing time for sure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, it's time for the most controversial part of this show. Ash, can you give your NFL Week 4 power rankings?
Of course I can. Boys, listen up. Ash has got the correct power
intrigued.
ranking list.
I'm intrigued.
And guys, I've done my research. I've had a look online to see what other people are saying as well. We do our research here. And I disagreed with about 97% of people's lists that are out there. Okay. Going to read my list off to you.
Here we go.
Because I've got it locked in my little brain.
Okay.
So this is my list.
Here we go.
Number 5. Dun dun dun. The Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
Number 4. The Philadelphia Eagles. Number 3. Minnesota Vikings. Number 2. Kansas City Chiefs. And number 1. The Buffalo Bills.
Hold up.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, number 5, the Packers, and your number 4 was who? Sorry.
Number 4, Philadelphia Eagles. And that is purely...
Why are
I
the
ain't putting the
Eagles on that
Eagles.
list?
I ain't putting the Eagles in my top 5. Hell no.
The Eagles with Saquon Barkley, I will say, because I was tossing up 2 teams. I was going to maybe put in the Detroit Lions, but they're number 6 for me. And I also didn't want 3 NFC North teams in my top 5 list, just because. But I am putting the Philadelphia Eagles in at number 4. And hey, my top 5 list could change next week. It really could. But Saquon Barkley, without him, I mean, it would be a completely different top 5 list anyway. But
I don't know why you look at me while you keep on saying Saquon Barkley.
Do you miss him? Do you miss him?
No, we're fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Packers.
The Packers in at number 5. Guys, so many lists out there have been saying that the Packers are like number 11, number 12. Are you kidding me? I know that we started off the season with a loss to the Eagles. It is what it is. We move past that. I really do believe that people are overlooking how good this Packers defense has stepped up these past 2 weeks. Malik Willis has been with the team for a few weeks anyway. This offense is getting stuff done, and our special teams, this is a well-rounded team, and I think people are overlooking them. They're in at number 5 for me. It'd be different if I said they're my number 1 team. No, but definitely in my top 5.
I would definitely be taking the Eagles out and putting the Steelers in. That's for sure.
The Steelers, yeah, it's tricky, man.
I mean, each to our own opinion at the end of the day. And guys, like I said, my top 5 list could change next week.
No love for the Seahawks, 3-0.
No, again, so like we've already said on the show already, the Seahawks, I think, they're getting the job done, they're making their way through, but they're not blowing me away. They're not doing anything crazy, outlandish, amazing, spectacular, any other adjective you want to throw in there to make me put them in my top 5 list just now.
See, I would drop the Packers out and I would put in the Lions, which for you is heartbreak, but I would take the Packers out. And I know Malik Willis is obviously, he's not been there long and he's getting the wins, but the consistency of what we've seen from the Lions in particular, I know they're 2-1, same with you guys, but I would put the Lions in. The Eagles at number 4 just doesn't sit right with me. I feel like Steelers are, as crazy as it is to say, I wouldn't put the Steelers in my top 5 either, just because I'm not seeing enough from, and I know this isn't quarterback rankings, but I'm just not seeing enough from Justin Fields for me to solidify them as the top 5. They're very close, because at the end of the day, they're 3-0 and they're doing the things right.
Steelers, maybe number 7 for me, something like that.
Maybe even 6. They're doing things. They're doing things really well. But the Seahawks, who are also 3-0, who are great on offense, great on defense, I don't know. It's tricky. Yeah, I think the bottom 2, 4th and 5th, I would potentially swap out for sure. Top 3, I'll take.
Our top 3 for sure. But yeah, guys, like I said, it does get tricky. We're only week 3 in. But hey, and I know you don't want to hear it and stuff, but yeah, I mean, as long as the Eagles keep putting up these numbers and stuff with Saquon Barkley, it's difficult not to include them in a list. It is.
I'm completely impartial at all times. You know, I root for all teams to do well.
Just got to put up the picture of you again in Brazil.
Okay, we come to our games of the week. The ones we think you should be watching on NFL Game Pass on DAZN, of course. Now, Georgie boy, you're not only going to give your game that you think that people should be watching, obviously, on NFL Game Pass on DAZN. I'm going to plug that again. But you're going to give your lock of the week.
So my game of the week is a game that you have to watch. It's the Denver Broncos taking on the New York Jets in New York. And of course, you want to know why? Aaron Rodgers and Nathaniel Hackett, his OC. Obviously, he was the head coach of the Broncos. They want to get that win, right? It's a game you have to watch. But my lock of the week is going on the Carolina Panthers, who I think are going to take down the Cincinnati Bengals because Andy Dalton is back. The former quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals is now the quarterback for the Panthers. He's riding high from a great win, and the Bengals are all the way through the floor at 0-3.
I love a homer pick. And my game to watch is also going to be part of my lock of the week. Team, we love a revenge game. And what better than to see Mr. Aaron Jones himself, Mr. Showtime, return to Lambeau Field, but he's going to be running through the away team tunnel. God, I love this. My lock of the week, of course, I'm going to be picking the Packers over the Vikings. And I think the Packers can get the job done. Home field advantage. Packers are riding high. So are the Vikings as well. But that home field advantage, I think we then knock the Vikings down a peg and they become a 3-1 team.
My game that you should be watching is on Thursday Night Football. Get your popcorn ready, get the hot dogs ready, get your pizza ready. Get comfortable because it's going to be a show. There's disarray with the Cowboys who are coming to MetLife to play my New York Giants. Yes, it's a homer pick, but it's a great game. You know it. I know it. You should definitely be watching it. But it's not going to be in my lock of the week because I haven't got that much confidence in my Giants just yet. My lock of the week will be sombrero time.
Oh, no.
But purple this time.
Go in there.
It is time for Aaron Jones to return to teach the Packers a lesson on why they shouldn't have let him go. It's revenge season, revenge time. This one I'm going to be watching. Get your lock because this is going to be the first time I'm going to be right.
Sorry, Ash.
Well, I'm going to come in like full Packers Zubaz, jacket, hoodie, hat, everything next week, slippers, the whole shebang.
That's going to be a game, man. It'll be a real good game.
Should we
6 p.m. Sunday.
Should we make this a little bit interesting?
I think
you
you
wanna have
guys
another
should
bet?
have a little bet going on here.
Yeah, let's make this a little interesting.
Yeah.
What,
Now it's too cold for us to do the
it's a
the
bit-
ice pod.
It's
What is
not
it?
too cold.
Is
at all.
it a bit too cold for you?
It's too cold for me.
Okay.
My mittens cannot get that cold. Okay, we're gonna have a little wager. I
Okay.
would say.
Nice for me to not be involved.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's still thawing off. Now,
It was cold, man. It was cold.
Why are you always in these wages?
yeah,
as
we
well?
are not doing any cold pod stuff. It's too cold in the
Okay.
UK to do that. I do not want to catch hypothermia. So, you, as you are so sure that you're going to win, and I, representing my friend Aaron Jones,
Okay.
you're going to wear some type of apparel, be it cap, jersey, whatever we can get hold of, next week on the show, and you're going to post it
Oh, damn.
to your
Okay.
social media.
Oof.
Packers Nation.
Oof.
Ooh. Okay. Rebuttal time. When the Packers win, and I'm all about throwing stuff out into the universe. When the Packers win, Dre, you have got to wear Philadelphia Eagles merchandise, both on the show, and post it on your grid too. See how you like it. And if we can find you a little Saquon Barkley Philadelphia Eagles jersey, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Someone out there has got a jersey that they can
tell you
can
something.
send to Dre.
I know just who's going to send it in. I will accept your offer.
Oh,
And it's going to be sweet seeing you wearing Viking stuff. This is what I do for you. I'm going to humiliate myself.
I'm going to add in one more thing for the
Wait a minute.
both of
Hold
you.
on a second.
Yeah,
What's going on here?
yeah. That's right. If both your teams lose, I want an apology to camera. In fact, not even an apology. I want you to big up the opposing team to camera, and we're going to run that in the show.
I will just happily say my week 1 hot take was Sam Darnold taking the Vikings to the playoffs. I mean, and you know what? I will happily do that because I think we're mature enough people.
Yeah, that's it. You got to wear the jersey. You got to wear the jersey, wear the merch, and then to camera, I want you to big up that team.
But I do
big up the Eagles.
Big up the Eagles.
I mean, that's going to be worse for you than it is for me talking about the Vikings. I think
we got to see it.
I love all NFL teams
is that going to be it?
except for the Eagles. So I accept because that's not going to happen. Giants, do not let me down, please. Well, anyway, we've had a great show. Thank you guys for hanging again.
As always.
I can't wait for these results, man.
Well, I can, and I'm not really looking forward to next week in any form of way. Carry on liking, subscribing, and watching. Thank you guys again. We will catch you next week. Peace.